We're winning this game so hard. I'm not just worried about giving a rapier away. We're gonna finish the game right now.
Out comes the Gale. Miracle finally using that rapier for its proper purpose, which is to bring down buildings. They crush him. They can't control him though. Liquid, Mega Creeps await. Game 3 awaits. Secret cannot close them out.
Call it GG.
What a shaky start, Lumi. That looked real dicey. Talk about composure. You're down 0-1. You're on the verge of elimination. Your lanes really go awry, and they somehow just stayed calm under pressure. I mean, people look at Kuroki. We've seen him cast before, and he is a very calm guy, and I think that calmness really paid off here for the team.
As much as Team Secret won Game 1 off of Puppy's play with a Spare Breaker, I felt like 4 picks into the Game 2, the panel's like, what do you do against this Chaos Knight? What do you do against PL? And Kuro has the balls to pick an Alchemist, which traditionally on paper isn't a good pick against those heroes.
Somebody's got to
but they were able to play around it.
Yeah, no, and I love what he did with a sigh. Like,
well, it's hard for me to be over the top. I'm so dry, you know. I'm just kind of chilling, enjoying some good Dota.
I think you can get the hype in you. I think the crowd's got the hype in them.
We got EG. We got EG coming up next, right?
Okay.
All right. So this is the change up. We saw the Coddle into Brazil after this Rubik's Spear Breaker, but now they're going with the Necrophos themselves. So
yeah, it's interesting.
This is the same first 2 picks out of Team Secret as in Game 1.
Let's talk about what's, sorry to interrupt you, but Necrophos is the different pick here. What does Secret need to do to prepare for the Necrophos?
Well, the thing last game was, right, they picked the Necrophos sort of as a counter to the Bristleback. I think to a large extent, and now they see a Necrophos kind of early, so they need to think, you know, what kind of hero can they use to kind of counter this Necro Coddle now, right? Because they get this information kind of early, so how can they kind of counter this Necrophos? What do you think?
Mid-ancient apparition?
Mid-A, oh.
Offlane Spirit Breaker, support AA, Rubik AA, Tri-Lane?
Is that, okay, yeah. I mean, the A has always been pretty good against Necro. I was thinking along something like, they're gonna, later on in the stage, maybe they can go for some kind of AM or something similar.
Yeah, they can do that.
That would work.
I think if they want to pick some carriers here earlier, it should be like a diffusal carrier that can move, like some Jug, some Weaver, something like that.
Yeah, that could work too.
Do you like diffusal carriers versus Necro?
Yeah, I think it's really good. Like TA is also, like it's weird, but I think in general TA is a pretty good hero versus Necro. Like the way you can burst him and the items you buy. But like you have the 3rd pick right here, and do you want to pick Templar Assassin here? Like, I don't think you do.
Definitely not.
And this Necro can appear in any lane, so.
Yeah, I don't mind Weaver. I think not only does Weaver he can go Diffusal, but he can also go Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah.
Protect us from that big bad scythe.
We also see Bristleback banned straight up out of Team Secret. I mean, we've talked about Keeper Bristle being a strong pair, but
Mind Control's been dominating on that hero this tournament.
yeah, I was gonna say, but do you feel like this is a necessary ban?
Well, you know, it's not really up to me. I feel like if Puppy wants to ban it, then I think he should ban it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Very fair.
Like this is their counter to this stuff too. Like every Coddle dual lane, they want Necrophos. Like I'll play. This is what they.
So without Bristleback, what do you look to lane with Coddle, or do you just throw him in the safe lane?
I feel like GH kind of just plays that Coddle no matter what, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he doesn't. I agree that you kind of want to play around something, right, with this this Coddle to some extent. You want to have a purpose in the early game.
You want to have a presence in lane. Pi, you play a little bit of Coddle. Is there any matchups that you like or combinations?
I mean, I used to, like, the classics are like Phantom Lancer, and then you have these Timber Saws, and then you can go even for the Axes and Slaughters, you know, so they have double stun or double call. But I don't think I've seen Liquid do that. They more play for the Axe, right? Like, he farms a pretty fast Axe, and then they push together.
Yeah, they hit a timing.
So, yeah, I wonder.
What are heroes that you don't like playing against as a Coddle?
I mean, Spirit Breaker is like, it can be pretty rough, but you can handle that. It's like these Nyxes and these carries that can run up on you. Like Weaver would be annoying.
What do you feel about Storm? Do you think that's
Storm can be pretty
Yeah.
obnoxious. But like if they want to push, like especially like how he's pretty good at farming, right? Like he'll be pretty farm, and the Storm won't really kill you for a long while. Like you have Axe, Ghost Scepter, it's daytime, you're pushing, the Storm jumps in,
I think
healing comes.
Coddle would hit that Axe timing well before Storm got 3 or 4 slots, which I think he needs to be super impactful.
Okay.
Got a Furion pickup here. That's, you know, I could look at that as a deny pick almost. That's, you know, one of my favorite heroes from Mind Control and Team Liquid.
Yeah, I could see that too. They like running this kind of, when they have Coddle and they have Prophet, it's very hard to play against that. They can be everywhere on the map all the time.
Team Liquid split push. Yeah, won them a lot of games.
Is it won them a lot of games in the group stages?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Teams will go up against Liquid and they'll be split pushed by Lycans, Broodmothers, Furions, Coddle, Wisp. This global presence kind of team that Liquid has brought time and time again has presented a ton of trouble for teams playing up against them, and that was why they were one of the favorites coming into this tournament.
Now this is a third pick I would love some clarity on. Obviously, Witch Doctor is really nice to have in lane. He's great at babysitting.
I feel like it looks a lot like push. I mean, we have the Witch Doctor with the heal. They're gonna have that Coddle with Axe, and during daytime we've seen Liquid. They really like doing this. They really like taking advantage of the Coddle daytime heal from the Axe. So they have a lot of heal, like, and Necrophos as well. So I think they're gonna go for this.
This is the
20-minute.
This is the core AA game, man.
Maybe.
AA
They have very static lanes right now.
Three healers.
Yeah. AA is.
Oh, it's banned. Oh no! All right, my bad. I was getting all excited.
I mean, does Team Liquid now need just damage in a front line to absorb?
I think the Necrophos can do a little bit of front lining, but yeah.
They need catch. You have Furion, who's gonna be split pushing, Rubik, who can clear waves, and then you have Queen of Pain, who's, you know, very mobile.
I just think they have to think, like, they can't be greedy. That's how they have to think. Like, if you look at this lineup, they can only fight, and they're gonna be diving you early with Secret. Like, you have to survive the lanes here. Like, they just have to do anything to survive.
What kind of carry do you think Secret goes for here?
Like, they want to pick Lone Druid because that's their favorite hero, but that might be, I don't know, if it's too greedy.
We used to see Witch Doctor, or at least I used to pick Witch Doctor a little bit against Furion, because you can cask the Treants as they come in to mess with your waves, but Furions mostly just keep their Treants in lane with them nowadays. But you can easily kill the Treants and deal with Furion's off-lane presence.
It's just wherever, like, the Spirit Breaker is going to charge, the Furion TP is in, and then you have, like, if one hero rotates, you're going to be like 3-4 heroes every time you dive a tower. Like, for like that 4 to 8 minutes.
More heal, right? Press the attack.
More heal.
A 4th healer.
And also
catch.
Move.
Yeah.
Yes, you can remove some silences from Necrophos if he gets Orchided. Potentially some disables from Spirit Breaker.
I mean, they still need something that hit the buildings, right?
Oh, it's coming.
I think they have, like, the amount of sustain they have, the buildings will eventually fall. I feel like they can stay in front of those towers forever during daytime.
Sven ban. We're looking at an illusion hero for Team Secret. Perhaps that, I don't know. They have LC. What are we thinking about this Sven ban? They definitely need some physical damage.
I mean, maybe the Sven is just, it's a tower hitter and he gives armor, and it would just be very hard to stop the Sven. Like the Coddle Witch Doctor Sven is a pretty decent tri lane.
You pull out the Drow Ranger again?
It's banned.
Oh, it's banned. All right.
It's a big screen. We got a lot to look at here. But banning Sven removes the option for Warcry, which is a huge armor bonus for their team. I think physical damage makes a lot of sense for Secret here. They have the last pick, though, so they'll get to see what hero Miracle decides to take up. He could play Necrophos. I would not recommend that, though. I think Miracle is best suited on a different hero.
I'm definitely inclined to agree. I think it's going to be a Matomba Man Necrophos. I also think he's the one who plays that hero almost exclusively on that team. And Mind Control, I expect to play Legion.
Okay.
Team Liquid really taking their time. the last ban and last
Well,
pick.
this ban's tough because you pick a hero and then you need to ban a hero that you think is good against the hero that you're picking.
Yeah.
One of the teams are, it's the last game for one of them, so.
And they went aggro last time.
Great analysis, Pycat. Thanks. You're really on top of it.
Well, they're gonna take their time, right?
I've been impressed.
They're not gonna rush it.
You're killing it on the panel.
Thanks.
Well, I mean, Team Secret's lineup is a really intimidating one to be up against, especially with the instant stun from Rubik, the mobility from Spirit Breaker and Nature's Prophet. The man is Lycan and Troll Warlord.
PBD is not happy right now.
That disgusting creature.
Well, they definitely have someone who can take down towers now.
They do. They can group up and they can definitely siege, have that Coddle heals, Witch Doctor heals, Legion Commander to back them up with press the attack, and just watch Troll smack at those towers.
And they have some scary timings, right? Like whatever daytime when he gets his axe, like the amount of heal they have.
I'm worried.
Like look at this damage. Okay, let's see.
How is Quap gonna have an impact? Oh, Luna.
Damn.
Wow.
That is unexpected.
Yeah.
They are gonna. Yeah.
Is he gonna come online early enough? Are they gonna go aggro? Is that the play here?
Exactly.
They better win the early game, or else I feel like they're gonna be in some major trouble.
Well, we've yet to see Luna in yesterday's or today's games. Very intimidating hero, especially given those Mask of Madness bills giving a lot of farm. Let's throw it on down to the casters for the final game of Team Liquid versus Team Secret.
It all comes down to this. Liquid, Secret, Game 3, and Luna comes out. Lumi, are you surprised?
A little bit, but at the same time, a very powerful mid-game fighting tool, right? That's one of the strengths of Luna. You get that level 6, you see some sort of action going in the jungle or at the shrine, you pour in there and you just turn a fight. I think Team Secret, their goal is definitely going to be winning the lane stage. You got both Spirit Breaker as well as the Yapsor Rubik. They are so mobile across the map, and they're going to try to win at least 2 out of the 3 lanes.
Potentially very strong lanes, but they are pretty squishy here across the board. So if they overextend even slightly, an Illuminate can instantly mean like half your HP's team is gone, and there's certainly lots of chasing potential the other way once the Legion and the Troll come online. So Game 3 upon us. Whose draft do you like better overall?
I think it's pretty even. They're both very strong at different timings, but I'm going to go with Team Liquid.
Okay.
I believe in their timing. I believe once they get their ags and all that jazz, they're going to be able to push and finish the game. But the ultimate question is, can they get to the timing? That's where Team Secret is stronger. They're going to stop them in the lanes.
Yeah, in Game 1 we saw Puppey so disruptive on his Spirit Breaker, was involved in pretty much every early kill. As the teams enter the field of battle, one of them is going home. Liquid versus Secret, Kuro versus Puppey. Game 3, live at Key Arena. Here we go. So the teams creep out. Some early smoke rotations, Lumi. I haven't seen this kind of aggression in the laning stage this series. Puppey, the man in front. Okay, just a ward for now.
Yep. Both teams getting the critical mid ward off without being detected, so. Yep. Both teams getting the critical, so.
We do occasionally in these elimination games, we do see teams actually try to fight the first blood.
Oh, don't remind me.
But not this.
Cloud9 TI5, smoke into Roche, level 1. It was a disaster.
But it made for great TV, right?
It made for great memes.
That is for sure.
All right, it seems like both teams are quite reserved. We don't see any kind of aggressive invade. I do believe, like, for example, Team Secret took 3 runes last game. But both teams are going to be playing it safe and standard. How effective do you think the Spirit Breaker will be this game compared to Game 1? There's a little bit more stun this time around. There's that press the attack from Legion to help out allies. There's 4 heals.
I mean, I look
Puppey's going to go off.
I look at the laning stage, like, how many actual interruptions do they have there? They have Cask. That is it.
Uh-huh.
Later on in the game, yeah, I think they're fine against the charge. Like, charging into those 5 is a suicide, but I still look at this laning stage like there's a lot of heroes that don't have a way to interrupt the charge. You also have a Nature's Prophet to add as a +1, something they did not have in Game 1. So I think there's openings here for Puppey, but it all comes down to like the vision game. Will Liquid identify where he wants to attack from? Those vectors, will they anticipate them better? Yeah, maybe they position right early. We'll see. And you know, certainly they don't have the plus damage of the Drow. That's another thing to keep in mind. The first charge on the mid, just a little zoning on Matumba Man, but they are going to get some extra auto attacks in here, force him back, and meanwhile bottom, Looks like Secret were trying to get aggressive on mind control.
Yeah, this is going to be their point of the attack with the mind control LC as well as the GH Kato. They just basically spam you out with both overwhelming odds as well as Illuminate, but there is no overwhelming odds just yet, and we're going to see a charge coming in. Luna not level 2 just yet, so I don't think she could be able to assist in this kill.
Puppey already, I mean, to be fair, it was hard to have a faster start than game 1, which is probably the most impactful laning stage Spirit Breaker I've ever seen, but a much slower start here.
I really like what Liquid is doing with the draft. They want to put a very offensive dual off lane, and basically the goal is to basically force both the Rubik and the Spirit Breaker to help out the Luna. If you can force both the supports there, then the mid lane gets a true 1v1. You know, we've seen mid struggle for Team Liquid in the past, but if this is true 1v1, I think Matumba Man's going to do fine. As I say that though, he gets blinked on, has to activate the Ghost Shroud, and mid one is doing a great job right now controlling that mid lane.
Matumba Man is getting crushed pretty heavily here.
9 to
9 to 3-0 of Matumba. Now, to be fair, Matumba normally not a mid player, and when he goes mid, it's on, you know, it's normally in a very advantaged matchup, like the last pick Brood, which has no counter, that type of thing. But mid one is really putting the heat on him early with just that tiny bit of help that Puppey gave. So we see mind control off to the jungle. They're actually going to leave this bottom lane entirely to GH. Yapzor now with the haster, and they try to anticipate which way is best to go, and they decide on bottom. There is no vision of this for GH, and he's in trouble now. Lifted back in, straight into the charge. There is a point in the Lucent Beam, so no escape for GH. The connection is there. First blood to Secret.
Yeah, and if you look at the mini-map, on the bottom side of the map, there's nothing to see the movement of Puppey. No wards, nothing. And he just, it's freely. Like, he charges bottom again.
And they're just going to keep this pressure going. Onto mind control this time. A bit of a tougher kill. It's still only a level 2 Luna, but the body blocks are there. They're going to need this lift to come through. The timing's good. Bashed away, though. And do they get the damage? Press the attack says no. They do have this Nature's Prophet, meanwhile, as Kezu is fishing for the courier mid, but wisely Liquid do anticipate it. They'll wait for the upgrade. So a bit of a wasted moment. Could have been a huge roll of momentum forward.
Very smartly by mind control. A lot of LC just gets the overwhelming odd, you know, at least by level 2, but he saved the skill point and gets himself to press the attack. As a result, he was able to survive that gank. We'll try to jungle it up.
If Liquid win this game, pubs are going to be a disaster.
Oh, no, at least he started in the offlane, you know.
And sat there for, you know, all of a minute. Jungle Legion. Just don't get an